Okay.
I'm Bob Archibeque, and I'm on City Council here in Cortez, and I'm excited to do this little interview right now.
Thank you, Bob. Tell me a little bit about who you are within the city of Cortez, but also we just talked about the fact that you have been heavily involved in education. You're on the city council, and you wear many different hats, as well as being multi-ethnic. Could you talk a little bit about that?
I'm a lifetimer here in Cortez. I've been in the Cortez community for 58 years. My background, is I'm Hispanic, Native American, Pueblo Indian.
Okay.
That's the native part, and I have a little French as well. That's where the name comes in. And I'm a city council member. I've been involved in teaching. This will be my 37th year of helping kids, I guess you could say. I've coached over 100 seasons of athletics in Cortez, with all the different activities and sports. I was a classroom teacher for a long part of my career. I was an athletic director for a big part of my career. I was a PE teacher, a health teacher. I've worn a lot of caps in the educational field. I've seen a lot of things come and go. What I really enjoy about Cortez is I like the family atmosphere it brings. It's quiet. I'm a kind of a peaceful person, kind of a quiet person, and I enjoy that quiet atmosphere where you can walk up and down the streets and feel safe. All of my kids have grown up here. I have 3 boys. My wife grew up here. She's also a retired teacher. She spent 20 years in the classroom. My youngest and my oldest are also teachers. My middle son is a professional basketball player in Europe. That's Mike.
It's okay. That's great.
But is there anything else I could elaborate on concerning that?
Well, right now, it's a couple months before, of course, an election, but a local issue will be for voters voting on whether or not to do bond support of a high school. You and your family are obviously very, very vested in education. As a representative of multicultural community, what can we do for our educational system? Can you speak to that?
As far as the youth in Cortez, education is the only way to get out. It's the only way to elevate your status and to get a job. All 3 of my kids went through Cortez. We were being teachers, my wife and I being teachers, we were very supportive of education. All 3 of them have their college degrees and have gone on to get jobs with their degrees. I think, especially for the Hispanic community, there's no more important thing in Cortez than good schools and helping kids get an education and to see what's out there. There's so much in this world that I think kids in Cortez see just a small part of the world, whereas there's so many opportunities for them, and they sometimes limit themselves. And without education, you are limited. You're handicapped. And I've been real fortunate to be a part to help other kids that way. As far as reaching the Hispanic kids, I think things like this are awesome, are great, is to go on their turf. So many times we want to sit back and do things that are comfortable for us.
Absolutely, yeah.
And with the natives and Hispanics, to go where they feel comfortable. We can't expect them to go where we feel comfortable.
Right.
We have to go where they feel comfortable, where they can feel like they can speak and say what's really on their mind. A lot of times when people talk, they just talk the surface. And you want to get below the surface, I think, to really see what's making them tick. And again, whether it's in a church setting or a community setting, social settings, and to make them feel comfortable. That's big, because I think a lot of times, including myself when I was young, and I've seen it in my own parents, where they feel very uncomfortable because of either their lack of education or being a small part of the group where they're not in the majority. So I think that's very important.
Well, something I find ironic is that with the education system here in Cortez, about a third of the students are Native American, approximately a third Hispanic, and then a third white. But that we still tend to refer to other people as minorities. That the Native American and Hispanic populations are somehow minorities. And when you're given those proportions, that's not obviously the case.
Well,
you know, it's
and in
so,
the schools, there's 24% natives, and there's like 15% Hispanics. Those are the actual numbers.
Thank you very much.
They're really close to the actual numbers. So you got about a 40% of the minority group, and then the other 60% are other races, mostly Caucasian. But as far as making people feel comfortable, I think again these kind of things are just awesome. You can see when people can walk up and smile and talk in a loose setting, then you can really get to know people.
Well, thank you very much for your input.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, boss.
Oh, you bet.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies.
And the food was